Hey everyone, how's it going? Uh, there we go. It's me, I'm Alex. Thank you. Thanks. Hey Nacho, hey Canvas Witch. I didn't mean to call you by your full name. I feel like we're on the first part of our username basis, and I just kinda went and called you Canvas Witch. Can't believe I left out the underscore. Hey, what's up, Nick? It is you. Yourself. How's it going, everyone? I'm sorry I'm late. It's been a hectic week. And it's been a hectic day. But I think the hecticness is over, at least until the next wave of hecticness starts, so I'm gonna try to be, more relaxed and stuff. I feel like I'm still on the tail end of like the anxiety of the past week, but chili? Ooh. That made me think of hot dogs. I could go for like a Sonic footlong with cheese. Those are so good. Sonic, America's Drive-In. I'm just kidding. I'm not doing a commercial for Sonic or anything. But I mean, I'm gonna try to be as chill as I can possibly be. But I did tell Nick that I would be playing Faith tonight. And I wouldn't want to disappoint him. Yeah, he's got a diamond next to his name. You don't go messing with people with diamonds next to their names. So hope it's not a blood diamond though. Hopefully it's one of those artificial ones. I hate for. Oh good. Well, that's what's on the docket. Didn't you or someone say that you can actually, like, it's not a super long game or anything, is it? Oh, you're the best. Like, I feel like it's like the kind of game you could beat in one sitting. Yeah, I feel like I've played it for like hours and hours and hours and hours. And I've gotten nowhere. Hey, what's up, Liddy? Cool face to you too. It's pretty dang easy. Well, why are you giving me sarcastic man face? What? You don't know? That's okay. I'm giving you... Here's my sarcastic man face, hold on. Wait, no. Hold on. What's that? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I've been working on that for a while now. Alright, so this game, Faith, that I'm gonna play, it was also donated to the show by Nick as well. But, the developer of the game is really nice. I had, gotten the game way back before we got the new computer, and like What am I thinking? Hold on. Yeah, so it wouldn't run very well on the new computer. And the developer, I talked to him through email and he did his best to help me, but because the computer was such a piece of you-know-what.
Whoa.
I said you-know-what. I didn't say the word. Because the computer was such a piece of shit, it just wouldn't run it. But I've got like the version I have is like a portable exe file. Non-DRM, but they're releasing a version called Faith, the Unholy Trinity on Steam. But I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. Faith +1. It says it's coming out soon. So, but I'm gonna play Faith Deluxe. And I should have played it during the Halloween season. I said that I was gonna do that and I never got around to it. I'm a little disappointed. Oh yeah, that's right. That's the Christian band from South Park. But there's no rule that says you can't play scary games in November. November is actually a little bit scarier than October in some ways. It's slightly colder. Christmas season is arising. Alright, I'm getting this game loaded up here. Hopefully it doesn't give me any trouble. Looks like it's loading up. Oh wait, no, hold on, the sound's not gonna be right. Always something with me, huh? Always something. Okay, I think we're good now. Alright, it looks like it's loading. I need to, whatchamacallit? Oh, change the channel, that's right.
September 21st, 1987. It's been 1 year since I first went inside that house. I have to finish what I started.
That's pretty awesome.
What I am about to do has not been approved by the Vatican.
Oh no, not the Vatican. Awesome. Forgot about the good music that this game has. I feel like it's been so long since I played it, I should look at the instructions. Move up and down. Alright, I think I can handle the cardinal directions. I don't know if I can handle going oh, I can go diagonally, hell yeah. Okay, and then I gotta cast the demons out. I don't stand a chance. Why isn't he dying? I guess I have to be close enough. I get it. Yeah, I think I should start a new game here. There's no way in heck I would remember what I had did last time. Just going for a nice walk in the woods. That's all.
Yep.
Oh, that tree almost... Yeah, back off. These guys. Hey look, it's a well. I hereby cast upon you. Oh, what is this? I'm invited. Come celebrate Dayton Jason's 6th birthday. Saturday, May 3rd, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Turn right at 1338 Snake Meadow Hill Road and go straight past the well. Okay, so go straight past the well. Why can't I say that word? Well, not whale. Well. Looks like it. My kind of party. Are you rooting for Satan? But he said that you were.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see what's up. Straight, turn right, and go straight past the well. So let's go upward. Right, let's go up here. Hey, look, a rock. Oh, I forgot my gun. Oh, a house. I should go inside.
It's locked.
Who said that? I think whenever we get another emote, we're gonna have to add Clown Alex. So is that the voice is that of the protagonist? Who am I? I'm playing. Yeah? Oh, it's a deer. I don't want to disturb it. I wonder if I can pet it. Maybe if I walk up to it real slow. Hey dear. Just want to pet you. Ah. Okay. Is the sounds from the game too loud? Yeah, back off. It's louder. Okay, so they're just fine then. Okay. I think as long as, you know, if I'm talking over it and you're not struggling to hear me. Yeah, back off. Guess that doesn't do anything. Well, looky here. Oh, a bunch of words, okay. Mr. Martin, it has taken longer than expected registering the markers on your property as a historical cemetery. Our office has had difficulty identifying who was buried there. The inscriptions on the gravestones are written in a language that we cannot identify. I've sent the gravestone rubbing to some of my peers at the University of Connecticut. I will reach out to you when I get a response from them. All the best, Daryl Henderson, State of Connecticut, Historical Society. Hell yeah. Rubbing on gravestones. think I'm going in a circle. I need to find the key. Excuse me, little dear, do you have the key? I feel like I should like break off a branch from a tree and use it like as a stick. That's what I thought. What is this? Better hold up my cross at it. Yeah, get out of here. Got a letter to read. Oh. Bob. Kids and I miss you more every day. Twins and Amy have started their next school year here at home. Amy keeps asking when she's going to be allowed to go to the, quote, real school. I think she's getting cabin fever. The twins are having no problems occupying their time. Yesterday they came in with their hands covered in blood. Whoa.
Whoa.
I guess they found a dead deer and thought it would be cool to touch it. I think we might have a coyote problem, because when I went out with them to look at the dead deer, it was a pretty gruesome sight. All this just a day after the twins' birthday party. Can't wait till you come home. Hey, what's up, Brown Pants? No, we just kept having to postpone it. But here I am. And I'll go ahead, I said it earlier, but I'll go ahead and say that there will be some shows tomorrow as well. So, hey.
Neat.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've played it about 5 times on the show. And everyone says it's super easy. And I think I've sunk like 4 hours into it. Maybe it just seems that way. Maybe because of all the atmosphere, I get lost in the game. Yeah, there's a new version or something coming out on Steam. Are you spooked out, Nick? Wait, those are the same bones. Those are the same bones from before. I need to find a key so I can get in that house. Oh, look at here. I think I found something. Oh, a bunch of words. The Martins' house lies about 100 yards off of Snake Meadow Hill Road. There is almost no driveway. Trees just out in the middle of a gravel path. It's mostly covered in grass. It was difficult to find the house, especially since it was already dark when we arrived. Father Allred seemed to know where he was going. He simply drove straight ahead until we arrived at the house. Scroll up here. In the headlights I saw an old shed off to the right of the path. Father Allred explained that he would rather perform the exorcism away from the house, but the Martins had insisted that Amy remain inside. He complained that having the family present makes it difficult to proceed with elements of the rite. It may seem harsh to the lay person.
Cool.
Maybe there's a key in here. Ah, hell yeah. Ooh, I saw something. Yeah. That's what I thought. It's trying to get me. And that thing doesn't know is that I just saw the little floppy disk down there, which means we made it to a checkpoint. So you son of a... He thinks he's so... Alright, you see, we didn't get that far anyhow, so... Trying to... What's up here? Oh, it's a little deer. Okay. Whoa. Yep. That's my luck. Yeah. It disappeared. Yeah, get out of here. Deer eater. Ah, the house is right past the well. I remember that. Son of a ascot. I was holding it up. I was holding it up. Guess that's... No. I wasn't. It was my fault. I'll find that well again. Get out of here. Poor little deer. Alright, where's the well? I'm like a regular Moby Dick over here. Will I do it? It's a puddle. I don't remember you. What will I do what? Get out of here. Oh yeah, I'll get in the house. I hope nothing kills me while I'm reading this long-ass letter. Father Garcia, you are hereby instructed to release Michael Davies from your cave and return him to his home immediately. Mr. and Mrs. Davies have already been contacted by our office. A representative of the church is currently en route to their home to discuss compensation in return for their discretion. You will meet our representative there and accompany him back to Rome. Cardinal Gifford. Oh, damn it! Dang it, no. I missed it. No, what does the... I accidentally clicked the button twice and it just disappeared. That's... What is it, just like self-explode after you read it? No. What I feel like I can't go on. I'll just tell you what I think it said. Father Ranscott, we went to the barn and saw that there were a bunch of cows inside of it. We got on one of the cows' backs like a horse and rode it into the town. When we got there, there was a policeman who arrested us and killed all of the children. When the children died, they became ghosts and haunted the town for the rest of their lives as ghosts. It was scary. Press A to continue. Oh, wait a minute. Dang it. Hello, old bones. I remember you. You! It's just not right. La, 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 la. I'm gonna kill you. Back to puddle. So sneaky. Yeah, get out. The power of Christ compels your ass. Hi, dear. Hey, a free letter. Alright, let me try to be careful. Father Garcia, you are hereby instructed to release Michael Davies from your care and return him to his home immediately. Mr. and Mrs. Davies have already been contacted by our office. The representative of the church is currently en route to their home to discuss compensation in return for their... This is... I'm pretty sure I already read this one. Ooh, maybe I'll get to read that letter that I... Oh, I should have looked at the deer, shouldn't I? I should have went and examined its corpse. And I'm a fool. Yeah, assholes. Well, I get a whole nother chance to find out. Don't I? Oh, hello, rocks. Hello, trees. Did he say Bob Ross? Okay, I thought that's what I heard. I hope Bob Ross isn't coming to get me. I mean, I'd hang out with him, but, like, coming to get me sounds... Maybe I should wait for one of those guys to get the deer. Or maybe I can save it. Hello, dear. Can I boop your nose? Can I boop it? Ah. You again. Uh-oh. You don't have to come up behind me like that. Like... I'm gonna go down this time. Ah, the puddle. Ah, hell yeah. Try not to ruin it this time. I caught some people walking through the woods around the house last week. Not kids, just regular adults. They told me they got lost while hiking, pointing them back towards the road. The whole thing just didn't feel right. I think I should go dig up Bob's rifle out of storage. Bob's rifle? Yeah, Bob Ross. Yep.
Yep.
It's all so clear now. Yeah, get out of here. Not playing with you. I am not studying you right now. Oh, let's see. Looks like the deer isn't hiding any letters inside of it. But it was good to check. You never know. No. Be careful out here, dear. You too. How many copies of this one note does he have? It's a waste of paper. Especially when it could have been sent in an email. Bad for me. That's right. View house. I'm looking for your friend. The other house. Maybe it's up here. Maybe. I feel like it was like way far to the left. But... So if I just keep going left. I don't see anything. I'm gonna... That's it. That's it. I'm gonna do it this time. I'm gonna get him. Tired of being pushed around. Hell yeah. Why? Fine. I'll go this way. You're gonna die. You have the body of a pig? There's a letter. I wonder what it says. Waste of time.
Worship me!
Well, what do we have here? Well, shoot. I don't think I've made it into the house before. What does this say? Mr. and Mrs. Martin greeted us at the front porch. Mr. Martin led us downstairs to the basement, explaining that Amy was down there in restraints.
Whoa.
I felt for him. There was guilt and shame in his voice. Amy was in the very back of the attic in a chair, perfectly calm, staring at us. It was hard to describe the look on her face. It was not the kind of look a child gives ya. Wonder if this photograph does something. It sure does. Oh. Hello. I feel like that now I am at the house. Oh, we have to like go through all the rooms to find our way out multiple times. Oh, throw a party. Okay. Well, I can do that too. You know what they say? There isn't a party that you could go to like an Alex party. Whoa, look at... Uh-oh. I'm looking at my reflection and it appears that there is something behind me. That's kind of spooky. Wonder what that is. Maybe it's just an anomaly of some kind. Or someone.
Whoa.
Sounds like the kind of party I would throw. Sure is quiet in here. A little too quiet. Oh, did someone decide they would join in on the show? Yep. Cool.
Neat.
Oh, there's some artwork on the fridge. Cool. There was a ghost hiding in it. And it left a copy of the artwork. Wow. That looks pretty scary. Wonder if there's anything inside of the pumpkin. It doesn't appear to be. Not sure if no, go back in. Oh, there's stairs, okay. I bet I can go up those stairs. Sorry, plant, you were a different color, so I thought that maybe you were interactive. Ooh, what if there's an exercise bike ghost? Anything in the closet? Ooh. I bet someone died in this bathtub. That's what I thought. Oh, and they left a note. I don't feel safe in my own home anymore. I hear voices outside around the house at night. I don't let the twins go out in the woods to play because I'm afraid of what's out there. The house itself feels stressed, distorted, slanted somehow. It's like I'm walking through a carnival funhouse. Amy's condition has only gotten worse. I can't stand to be around her, and I just don't know why. She just doesn't seem like herself anymore. I want to take her to the doctor, but I can't leave the boys here. I find that the phone stops working throughout the day. Now I can't seem to find my car keys. Thank God Bob comes home tomorrow. You can turn the lights on? Ooh, is there a commode ghost? Oh, I see. Yeah, another letter. I guess I was the only one who thought to check in the attic. When I got up there, it was freezing cold. I found Amy standing in the back, looking straight at me like when I first met her downstairs. We spoke briefly, although it was frustrating to talk to her. Or it. I experienced a bit of deception from the demon. During our conversation, she uttered my mother's first name, and in other instances, she spoke perfect Latin. I called for help from the others, but nobody came. So I raised my crucifix and began the rite again. You figured it out? In the game or in like real life? Bob must be stationed somewhere in the Middle East because he sent over this weird looking doll for Amy's birthday. I'll ask Amish about it next time we have book club. She looks like she could be from over there. Oh. Amy didn't seem excited to see the doll. I think she would rather have a phone instead. Or maybe seeing a baby doll makes her feel self-conscious about her working at the clinic. That's an interesting theory. Okay, this is all looking very familiar. Maybe I did get to the house before. Why can't I remember things? Like I remember these toys. I bet you are. Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that. Like the little kid's stereo. Can't really make out what the action figures are supposed to be. That's an Etch-a-Sketch. That's one of those little pushy pop things. I'm less sure about that one. I don't know what that's supposed to be. That's one of those telephones with wheels. Did I get everything in here? Maybe that thing on the... Maybe the bookshelf? Well, dang. I feel like my work here isn't done. Was there... Wait a minute. I ain't doing nothing. It is too quiet. Maybe it's the recliner. This is kind of like Zelda where you're bombing every wall. Maybe there's a basement. Ah, yes. Simultaneous thinking. Oh, that is blood, isn't it? What is this? Dear Amy, thanks for writing. It really brightened my day hearing from you. In your letter you asked, what's the weirdest thing I've seen as a missionary? The area we are working in has a lot of folks who practice Quimbamba. It's what you might call a pagan religion. It's kind of a mix of Catholic and African religions. One of the saints they worship is San Le Muerte, or Saint Death.
Cool.
Yesterday we talked to a boy about 15. When we asked him if he had ever prayed, he said, "No, but I prayed to San La Muerte." He told us about a time when he stayed over at his cousin's house and, according to him, they, quote, prayed to some figures of San La Muerte and the figures made things in the house move around. He got real quiet and scared looking after that. We told him he could pray to God and that God wouldn't make him feel scared like that. We invited him to church, but he hasn't come yet. We need to wrap this letter up and get back to work. See you in 4 months. Leighton. Hey, it's another puddle. It doesn't do anything. Is this a haunted washing machine? No? Okay. It is very drippy, isn't it? I bet that sewing machine is something. Ah, you got me. Oh dear. Amy's parents could not endure witnessing the proceeding of the rite for long. Mrs. Martin was hysterical, and the thing that was inside Amy was feeding off the fear. Hey, what's up, Chelsea? Father Allred asked me to take the Martins upstairs. Hey, what's up, King Sizzle? Amy is scary. I was physically worn out, but managed to get them back up the stairs into the kitchen. Amy was screaming, "Mother! Mother!" the whole time. Finally, I got them to sit down with me at the kitchen table. It's reading time, King Sizzle. This was one of the first ebooks released for the Atari 2600. I'm just kidding. After a few minutes, we couldn't hear much of anything in the basement, so I went down to check on things. Sorry, my leg fell asleep. Ah! Okay. After a few minutes, we couldn't hear much of anything down in the basement, so I went down to check on things. I found Father Allred lying on his back unconscious, with his arms spread out wide. Amy was not in the chair. Looks like we've had some sort of... Oh. Oh, you were just kidding. Alright, I think my leg is fine. I wonder if I should hold up my cross up to this bloody blood splatter. I don't know. I've had a lot of... Like, I held up the cross to the exercise bike and a couple of the plants and they didn't do anything. Fool me once. Oh god. Uh-oh. Wait. Oh dear. Hello?
She is here.
Who? Amy? Amy? Is Amy here? Oh god. It's very buzzy. It's buzzing around. Wait. Dude.
Mortis.
That's fine. That is fine. Come and get me. Come and get me.
She is here.
Oh, I know. Wow, look at the detail on that Simon. Yeah, get out of here. I was trying to... I was distracting him. He thought I wasn't paying attention. You've...
Mortis.
Yeah, the animations are cool. Etch-a-sketches are fun. They need to make one with an HDMI cable so you can stream your etch-a-sketching. Happy Halloween, Happy Penguin. Uh-oh. Wait. What is...
Mortis.
Oh, I'll have to start a Kickstarter for it. Alright, come and get me.
She is here.
Oh, I know it. Is he gonna show up? Come and get me. You horse's ass. Here he comes. How am I supposed to...
Mortis.
It's gonna make me sit through this cutscene every single time until I stop dying.
She is here.
Wait, is that purple thing Amy? Oh, I thought that was like one of her minions or something. Oh, man. Sorry, Amy. Why, Amy? Why?
More this.
Why? Why does it have to be like this?
She is here.
I know. Why does...
More
Why?
this.
Why does it insist on doing that to me? Yeah, and I see that there's a tail, I keep forgetting to catch it.
She is here.
Alright. Thank you, Canvas. I don't
More this.
appreciate that it keeps doing that.
She is here.
Wait, was I sleeping in the bed? I'm not even too sure what I should be doing. Am I just trying to escape? Why would I sleep in this creepy ass house? Look,
More this.
so I just need to get out of here. I shouldn't have gotten involved in the first place. With all this, like, I know I'm a priest or whatever, but alright, let's get out of here. Going down the stairs. Haha. Please, just let me leave.
More this.
Just let me get out the door. I'm not even trying to disturb anything. Just let me leave.
She is here.
Yep.
Yep.
She's making my life very difficult. That's what I get for sleeping in an unauthorized place. I was holding the cross at her. I know I was. She's stronger than we thought. Let me out. You don't think so? I'm gonna have to face her, huh? I I thought that I picked up on the tell. I did not, and I died. Yay, we get to see this cutscene again. Awesome.
She is here.
Alrighty, I think I'm gonna try to figure it out on my own at first. We'll see. I...
Mortis.
Here we go. There she is, so beautiful. So pretty. Moving right along, blah 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 blah. Moving right along. La 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 la. I was trying to go to the middle of the screen because I thought I would be safer there. Turns out I immediately died.
She is here.
Can't I just jump out of a window or something? Flush myself down the toilet? Anything? I am not liking you a whole lot. I just wanna... But why do I have to watch the cutscene every time? Every time. You got it, Litz?
She is here.
Okay, when I get downstairs, go up. Go. Well, shoot. Thanks, Let's. I mean, that was basically like the solution to getting out, but we would have been there for ages. Wait, I'm not saved. I could die and end it. Nope. If I die, it's gonna send me back. Maybe I have to defeat her? Public lecture by Carl James Osborne, Connecticut's historical connections to witchcraft, Satanism,
Cool.
and the beast system, Wednesday at 8. I think I'll still be trying to figure out this game. I don't know if I can make it.
I have forgotten the phone.
Oh, you like their little bob? I don't think that you can. I think they were things that happened in the past. So can I just get in my car and leave? Guess I can't. Alright, where do I go next? Give me a hint. Should I go back to the house because I should have never left it because I had unfinished business? What? Maybe. Oh, a dead tree. Let's see if I can get back to it. Ah, good thinking, let's. Hell yeah. What does this say? Today I noticed Amy's favorite tree looked like it's dying. All the needles are falling off it, and the bark is peeling. I guess I'm more upset about it than Amy is. She is totally absorbed in her volunteer work at the clinic. I guess it's good that she found something she's passionate about. But I've gotten ugly looks from some of the women at book club. Kathy and her religious friends won't even talk to me no more. Aw. Chaos reigns. Remember the good times we had with that puddle?
Nope.
We had some good times. Walking past it again. Get out of here with that. Yeah, send me back to the house anyway. Let's find a shortcut. Oh no. Crawl back into the TV where you belong. My God. Mortis. I'm gonna have to kill her again. I assume she's dead. Alrighty, Nick. Bring me back something. I'm hungry. I have to beat this game. Some of us have work to do. I feel like I'm pressing the up button to face it, and it's just deliberately ignoring my explicit commands to face upward. Come on. I was... You saw that, right? I was facing it. I'm pretty sure I was facing it. I guess it is kind of hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure I was facing it and holding my cross at it. I'm pretty sure I was. I'm so confused now. Why won't you leave me alone?
She is here.
Duh. Clean up this mess. I hate this thing.
Mortis.
I hate it. It won't stop getting me. And it's just frustrating right now.
Here.
Leave me alone. See, and it's probably not good that I'm running from it, cause alright. And now the next one is gonna do the one where it surrounds me and I'm gonna die. Anything in here? See, I don't even, you see, I couldn't even see that one.
Mortis.
I couldn't even see the one on the right. Like, I'm becoming highly frustrated. I feel like this is why I've never completed this game, is because this keep getting to parts like this, and I feel less like I'm... Well, then I should have... Why doesn't it save when you... Like, if getting out of the house is like a goal, then it would save. I mean, it's so ambiguous as to what I should be doing. I got out of the house, but it... maybe. She needs to pick up her laundry. Alright. Fuck this.
Mortis.
No, fuck this. I mean... Alright, here's the deal. Where's Nick? Is he still stuffing his face? Where's Nick at? Nick? Where's he at? Nick! Hey Liddy, what's up? Oh, I'm not. I was just gonna tell him that I'm probably just gonna have to save this and continue it tomorrow. But he's getting something to eat, and then he'll come back and I won't be playing it, and... You know... I think the game is making me highly frustrated. That's no fault of the game, I think it's my fault. I think that I'm also kind of hungry and I need a snack. It's late and the game is spooky. I would never take out my frustrations on Nick or anyone else. Only myself. I only have myself to answer to, right? Oh my god! This... It's haunting me. Nick, have you made it back yet? He thought he was so smart, being like, I'm sure you won't get any further when I'm gone. I guess he was right. I just wanted to tell him he was right. What's he doing? Like making like a whole ass salad? Like slicing up tomatoes, chopping up the ham, shredding the cheese? What the hell? Alright, I'm being grumpy. I'm being ornery, as we say here in the South. I just know that he's gonna be on the Discord being like, what happened to this show? And then I'll have to type up an answer. Dear Nick, I got super frustrated by the scary game and rage quit it. She kept killing me. You guys understand my frustration, right? That I played it like 100 billion times and she kept killing me. And I need a snack. And so, well, maybe he'll come back. She did. It was very frustrating. Well, that sound means it's time to go. Yeah, that's unfortunate. She did. Buddy, I'm sorry. But I think Alex needs to take a snack and a nap, a night nap. One of those 8-hour, 9-hour night naps. That way, tomorrow, when I come back, I will be super refreshed, with a full tummy, ready to do some more show. I will be back tomorrow, and I can't wait, because I think I will be doing better tomorrow. I'm not bad right now, but you know, it's just got some latent anxiety that's making me snappy. Well, not snappy. I hope I'm not being too negative. Oh, you're welcome, Brown Pants, anytime. Oh, there's Nick. We were hollering for you. I saved the game. Well, it saved itself. And I'll get back to it. But it was making me highly frustrated. Thank you guys for watching and dealing with all of that. I will be back tomorrow. I'll post on the Discord a time. I think that I might even be here during the daytime a little bit while the sun is still shining. Oh, you're welcome. I'll keep y'all updated about when I'll be back. I don't think I'll be back tonight. No, I mean I won't be back tonight, but I'll see y'all tomorrow. So y'all have a good night. Thanks for watching, and don't forget.
Goodbye.